Tales of Childhood, Wheels of Timeless, a ride on a 70-year-old tricycle through time. This little tale of tricycle took place in the quaint town of Kondapalli from 1955 to 2025, where quite little miracles came to life. The sun cast a soft golden hue over the sleepy streets of Kondapalli. A father and his curious little daughter strolled hand in hand, weaving through memories he once knew as daily life. They reached an old house nestled under the shade of neem trees. The father paused, a smile blooming on his face. "This was my home," he said gently. With a glint in his eyes, he pushed open the creaking door. In one quiet corner sat two precious pieces of his boyhood, a small scratched wooden desk and a red tricycle, rusty, crooked but standing proud. He knelt beside her and whispered, "Come, let me show you something magical." The little girl's eyes sparkled as she hopped on the tricycle, wobbling with joy. Her father, now too big, still gave it a try, his knees sticking out. She laughed so hard she fell onto the floor. He laughed too. Then, as they caught their breath, he began to tell her how that very tricycle had once been his greatest treasure, how he raced through these halls with cousins, how they fought over turns, how mango slices became medals, how a sulk in the corner marked every loss. Later that evening, they visited a nearby home. The little girl's grandmother, her father's mother, welcomed them with a warm smile and open arms. The child jumped into her grandmother's lap, gushing about the red tricycle, the desk, and her father's wobbly ride. Her grandmother held her granddaughter's hand and said, "Ah, my dear, that tricycle is older than your father." And then she began the story behind it. "That desk," she said softly, "was where I wrote my first homework. Later, your father sat there shaping his letters. But that tricycle, that was different. It was a gift, a dream come true for this family." She spoke of her father, the little girl's great-grandfather, a man who grew up with little but stood tall in life through wisdom and sheer grit. He had no toys, just responsibilities. But when he became a father, he made himself a promise that his children would never feel the same absence. He saved, he waited, and one day he brought home a red tricycle. It wasn't just a toy, it was love on 3 wheels. That night, the little girl curled up in bed beside her father. Her thoughts drifted backward through time. She imagined her dad as a mischievous little boy on the tricycle. She saw her grandmother writing at the desk. She pictured her great-grandfather beaming with joy. And she saw her great-great-grandfather standing tall, pride in his eyes, watching it all unfold. 4 generations, one red tricycle. And a story that quietly rolled through time. As her eyelids grew heavy, a soft smile curled on her lips. Somewhere in the stillness of that room, the tricycle whispered its tale again. Across time and childhood, love gently rides, and heirloom in wheels where nostalgia abides.